Coming up in this video, I've got 5 simple cocktails, simple highball serves that you can make with Disaronno Amaretto. So if you've got a bottle laying around, or if you're a pub and bar and you want some simple inspiration, stay tuned. Hey there, I'm Steve the Barman, and I'm hoping these videos are helping you to drink, serve and enjoy your most loved favourite spirits even more by providing you with simple drinks inspiration around some of your favourite and most loved brands. As this video today is dedicated to Disaronno. Disaronno is the brand. It's actually an Amaretto. There's a few other Amaretto players on the market, but no one really knows them. That is the market leader by a long way. It's been around donkey's years, but as this video is dedicated to that, I want you to help build a community around this video. So in the comments below, let me know how you drink it. What is your favourite way to drink it? Is it a cocktail? Is it a highball serve? How do you drink it? Let me know in the comments below. Let other people read those comments and you can help other people enjoy this amazing almond liqueur. So as with all these cocktail videos that I'm doing around this, we're going to start off with the very basic highball, and then the 5th cocktail is going to be a slightly more complex but still super easy for you to make at home. There is nothing complicated. There's no mixology involved in this at all. These are just 5 fun drinks, whether you're at home impressing friends and family, whether you're running a pub or bar and you're looking for GP friendly drinks to bang out, these videos are for you. So the first one we're going to do is a highball, and I'm going to just simply call this the Spiced Disaronno. As I keep mentioning in all these videos, I am terrible at naming drinks, so I just come up with the most basic things. I rely on you guys to help me with the names. So this one, we're going to start off with very simple, very basic highball serve. 50 ml of your Disaronno Amaretto. I was looking for that then. 50 ml. So yeah, if you don't know what Amaretto is, basically it's an almond liqueur. There's touches of vanilla in there as well. We have got 50 ml going in there. I'm just going to do some freshly squeezed lime juice. Not too much. You don't have to do this if you don't want to. I just like it a bit, but I've got 5 ml. Now, the one thing I just promote, just little old me, the affiliate links below help me sort of keep producing these videos. So the one thing I love to bang on about is this is the Mezclar Precision measure. Just maybe to you guys looks like a normal sort of 25 ml 50 ml measure, but the cool thing that this does, cocktails are not all about a 25 ml of this and 50 ml of that. They're about 5 mils, 10 mils, 15 mils, 35 mils, and this is what this measure enables you to do. I'll hold it up. I don't know whether you can see that. We'll try and zoom straight in, but the 50 ml end is lined every 10 mils. So you've got 10, 20, 30, 40, and then 50 ml. And the 5 ml end is lined 5, 10, 15, 20, and then obviously 25. So it allows you to be super accurate. Just to finish off, where is it? There it is. Ginger. Disaronno ginger ale is a big serve, but people, I'm not sure whether people have cottoned on to this yet. The whole orange thing with this is just a whole taste sensation. So this is Disaronno Amaretto with spiced orange ginger ale. Again, I'm not going the whole bottle. You can if you want. I tend to, Fever Tree annoy me because they're 200 ml bottles, and I like to use about 150 ml. That's about the perfect when you go. Especially with this, it's not 40%, it's 28%, so it hasn't got that massive alcohol kicking through it, but it's just perfect. So 3/4 of a bottle, 2/3, 3/4 of a bottle. Just going to top that up with some ice. I always do the ice afterwards. Just give that a very quick stir. Simple. This honestly, genuinely, is just one of the most simplest drinks out there. I'm not pretending it's anything other than that. Oh, do you know what? Amazing. I'm just going to garnish this. I've got dehydrated oranges, so I'm just going to use a couple of dehydrated oranges just popped in there. A tiny bit more ice. Do you know what? That is lovely. That is absolutely lovely. Serve that up with the straw. Boom. Pub, bar. GP friendly, massive serve. Stick that on menus. That's going to be amazing. If you're at home, that is just a winner. Right then, cocktail number 2. Again, this is a pretty standard serve with Disaronno, but I'm just going to slightly flip it up. There's a different ingredient that you might not have thought of. So the Cranberry Cooler, been around donkey's years. It's one of their go-to cocktails. So simple as a highball. I'm just going to make it now. I'm going to shake it actually. So if you want to make it in a cocktail shaker in the proper part, and then shake it, be my guest. But my tins just fit nicely over the top of those glasses. Just you know, it's just ease. If you're at home, you can't be asked with all that malarkey. So I'm going 35 mil. Okay, so 35 mil. Not, I think a double is going to be just too much. 35 mil of Disaronno in there. Okay, the second ingredient for a cranberry cooler is vodka. Again, doesn't matter too much about your vodka. I am just going to use 25 mil. Okay, so one shot, 25 mil of vodka in there. Orange juice. Okay, again, freshly squeezed. If you get it, there's plenty of brands out there. Supermarket owned, freshly squeezed. It's perfect, and that's all that is. Openly and honestly, that's Tesco's freshly squeezed orange juice. I just decant it in that because my pourers fit perfectly in there, so when I'm on events, that just works a treat. So I just decant, but at 35 mil again. Okay, you could probably push it to 50 mil if you wanted to, but I just go 35 mil because I like to go this, and I should have got a carton. This is cranberry juice, but it's cranberry and raspberry juice. I just think the raspberry just gives it a very nice sort of different point as just opposed to normal cranberry juice. So I'm going 50 mil this time. Okay, so the original recipe is 50 mil. Is normal cranberry juice, but I'm going cranberry and raspberry juice, and I just think it works so well with that. Something about raspberry and almonds that just work amazingly well. So let's just top this up with some ice. Ice in there, get rid of that one. Again, I am going to shake it because we like the little bit of froth in there, so about 12 seconds. So then we just gently lift that out and just pour that straight back in. And that will have just bind the ingredients together. Just top it out with a bit more ice. You could use a bit of crushed ice if you want. We all love a bit of crushed ice on top there. And then to garnish, again, it's the thing, orange with that. You could go a couple of fresh raspberries. Got some raspberries over here, just to give it that little bit of fun thing, especially if you're at home, you know, you just want to liven things up. There you go. And that is my cranberry cooler. So simple, so easy. So very drinkable. That is just fun. That's just fun in a glass, let's be honest. Now the third cocktail I'm going to make for you is probably the most well-known Disaronno serve. Yes, Amaretto and Coke, Disaronno and Coke, but the Amaretto Sour or Disaronno Sour, whatever you want to call it, is probably the most well-known. But the sours are so easy. But again, it's got that little ingredient. I don't know whether you've been watching these videos now, but there's that one ingredient flip that puts a lot of people off a sour. So I'm going to sort of give you my alternative. So first thing you want your rocks glass. Again, just to point out that you need to shake this cocktail. I'm going to make this in my rocks glass because I know my shakers fit perfectly over the top of those. That's what they're designed for. If you want to make it in your shaker, then that's how you would normally do it. But I'm going to make it in my glass because it fits perfectly. So 50 mil of Disaronno. Okay, pour that straight in there. So that's the ingredient number one. Now, all sours are so simple. It's just spirit, and there's loads of them. Whiskey, brandy, Midori, Amaretto. They're so simple, okay? So you've got your double measure, 50 mil. The next ingredient you want is your fresh lemon juice, 25 mil of lemon juice. And then the third ingredient, I would say, is kind of adjust to taste. I think it's pretty much a standard that you want about 15 ml, well, 1.5, but this is sugar syrup. I buy mine in. Every supermarket will sell it these days. If you want to make it yourself, equal amounts of caster sugar or granulated sugar, boiled down with tap water, bottled water, it'll keep for ages. But buying a couple of quid a bottle is just easy. I'll go through so much of it. Right, I think 15 ml. But if you've got an exceptionally sour, sweet tooth, add more sugar. If you've got an exceptionally sour tooth, then less sugar. But I think 15 ml should be perfect for this because that's a little bit on the sweet side anyway. The final ingredient for every single sours is egg white. Now, I don't use it in my business because when I do a lot of events at people's homes, houses and stuff, people generally kind of like, I don't want that in my cocktail, but it's a pretty standard thing, especially when you go to hotel bars and that is egg white. Egg white is kind of that binding agent. It puts that froth on it. It gives you that lovely sort of velvety feel, and that's what most 90% of sours would use. However, in the bartending world, we've got a couple of different cheap things. There is an egg white syrup on the market now. However, I love to use this. This is bitters. So that's what all these are up there. Bitters to a bartender, think chef salt and pepper. That's kind of what they are. But this is Mrs. Better's Bitters Miraculous Foamer. That little bottle is the equivalent of 160 egg whites, okay? About 20 quid a bottle, so it's a little bit expensive. But when you look at it, when all you use is probably about that much of a pipette, so about a third, probably slightly less, I would go a quarter of a pipette. And that'll just put an amazing froth on this drink, and I'll prove it for you in a minute. The froth will stay for ages. Vegan friendly, there's no known allergens. It's absolutely amazing. Links in the show notes of where you can get this from. I tell you, it is a cracking egg white substitute. So let's just get rid of a bit. There we go. So about a quarter of a pipette. That's all I'm going to use in there. Now, all we need to do now is ice that up. So a bit of ice going in there. I'm not going to jam pack it full of ice because I'm going to add a little bit of ice at the end. So I'm just going to put my tin on again. Now we're just going to shake this for about 12 seconds. Now what you can you see the froth in that straight away? With egg whites as well. You probably should do with this, to be fair, but with egg whites you have to dry shake as well to put the froth on and then chill it down. With this, I just go straight in for the ice in the shake, so it does save time as well. So pop that out. Look how frothy that is. And then we're just going to top this up with a bit more crushed ice, a bit more cubed ice, sorry. Go crushed if you want. Not an issue. I'm just going cubed ice. And then it's the standard thing for Amaretto. It's just the orange. Just works so well. Sip straw. And that is a Disaronno. No shelf life on that either, as far as I'm aware. I go through probably a bottle a month, so I'm not even going to get close to the shelf life. But is it alcoholic? 40%. So 40, no, of course, 40%. Of course, there's no shelf life on it. Oh, you can understand why that's so popular. That is just proper flipping tasty. Love that. That is my Disaronno or Amaretto Sour. Right then, cocktail number 4 is a slight flip on, well, I say slight flip, a very big flip on the sour that I've just made. This is my Bakewell Tart. It's kind of the whole almond raspberry thing going on. Now, I'm going to just serve it up in one of those. So obviously that doesn't fit properly on there. So I'm going to make this in a shaker, but I'm going to serve it in that. Now, very, very simple, this one. Okay, we've got a few other ingredients, so I'll just talk you through. So first things first, we're going 35 ml of Disaronno, 35 ml. That just goes nicely in there. The second ingredient you want, that, believe it or not, is actually my bog standard base cognac. I absolutely love it. So this is VSOP, slightly older, slightly aged, more expensive, about 40 quid a bottle, but this will work with your normal sort of cognacs at home, or brandy, whatever you want to call it. So I'm just going 15 ml. Obviously, here's the caveat though, the nicer the brand, the nicer any of the ingredients you use, or the more premium the ingredient, the better the drink's going to taste. Anyway, but a normal brandy will work. 15, 1-5, okay? 15 ml of brandy, cognac, whatever you want to call it. Lemon juice is the next one. Again, we want 25 full single measure of lemon juice, 25 ml. Now, instead of the sugar this time, we're going something slightly different. This is orgeat. And there are various different orgeats on the market. Orgeat is technically an almond syrup, although this one in particular I absolutely love, and I use this in all my sort of tiki rum drinks because the ODK actually do it properly with this sort of orange flower water in there as well. So it's got a bit of orange in there, a couple of other things. Most other orgeats on the market, Monin in particular, is just almond, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's perfectly adequate, it's tasty, but I just love this because this is proper orange flower sort of water. So just 15, between 10 and 15. I've got a slightly sweeter tooth, so I'm going 15 ml. Okay. Now, the final ingredient, you obviously, for a Bakewell Tart, you need that sort of raspberry flavour. Now, I normally have a raspberry puree to hand, or a kind of a cherry puree. I'm going something slightly different. Is raspberry, normally you could use a raspberry liqueur. Just for this one though, I'm just going cherry. Okay, I've got little bottles of Pago. I think this works very, very well. So there's plenty of cherry juice in the market. Most supermarkets in there, I think in the long life aisle, juice aisle, will have cherry good, I think it is. Cherry works well. If you want to use raspberry though, raspberry works very well as well. You could use raspberry puree in there instead, but I'm just going cherry because I love this Pago. It's cloudy cherry, I think it's called cloudy cherry, and it just works. Cherry and almond just works so well. If we can open a bottle, there we go. So again for this, 25 ml. This is a juice, okay? So I'm just going 25 ml. Now you could, if you really wanted to, add some apple juice to that as well. So the whole sort of apple and cherry works very well. Apple and raspberry. In fact, sod it, let's do it. You don't have to. I've got it in my hand. I wasn't going to, but now we are. So we're going 25 ml and a little bit for the bar counter as well, because the bar's feeling a bit thirsty. So I am the world's messiest bartender. I make no allusions to that. I don't care. That's why I don't work in hotel bars. Right. So there we go. So a little bit of a bonus ingredient there. You don't have to use the apple juice. I've just done it. So let's just go. Fill it up with ice. That's where we get our shake faces on again. Tin on. We're just going to shake this for about 12 seconds. Nice and hard shake. Get it as icy cold as you can. Okay, 12 seconds, I'm out of breath. Just look at that condensate, that's what you want. You want it nice and cold. Just put that to one side. Now you can, if you want to be all pretentious, fresh ice in there and strain it. You don't need to, you really don't need to. Just pour that straight in. There should be a little bit of room just for some extra ice, just to add in. And then garnish wise, again, whatever you fancy, you know, cherries. I'm just going completely the opposite here. I'm going a little bit of a mint sprig. Just pop that in there, because I think the green and the red works well together. Little sip straw. And that is my Bakewell Tart. Oh, wow. Cocktail number 5. Now, this one, I apologise again, I'm terrible at naming cocktails. I've just called this a kind of a Frangipane Spritz because of the whole almond, and there's a bit of vanilla going on in this one. But actually, that's why I didn't use raspberry in cocktail number 4 in the Bakewell Tart, because raspberry is going to feature in this one. Now, spritz. Think spritz. Think Aperol spritz. So you kind of got Aperol is your base. Then you've got soda and then Prosecco. Now, I'm just going to make this straight into my wine glass. I like spritz in there. Gin balloon, whatever you do. You could shake the first part of this. You don't have to, but you could do if you really wanted to. But here we go. And I think this is absolutely lovely. Slightly sweeter edge to a normal spritz, but this just works with the ingredients we've got. So 35 ml of Disaronno. 35 ml straight in the glass. Lovely jubbly. Right, the second ingredient. This is a blast from the past, and this is not what bartenders might have behind their bars or used to. This is Galliano, but this is Galliano vanilla, okay? The normal Galliano's got the sort of the white thing, bit taller. It's 500 mils. Normal Galliano is 750. They actually do a coffee Galliano as well, but I love this because this is more vanilla forward than the original. So this is what we're going to use, and I'm going to use 10 mil. So lots of different herbs in there. So it's not an out and out vanilla liqueur, but it's just lots of different herbs. But the vanilla is the big, bold, prominent one. So we've got the almonds. I'm just going 10 mil of vanilla coming through there. Now, the next ingredient you want is, I've used this previously. This is apple falls. This is salted toffee liqueur. Absolutely love this. This is, I just want to take a swig out of the bottle. I won't. I'm polite. I won't. But it's delicious. Anyway, so we had 10 ml of vanilla. I'm just going 15 ml of salted toffee in there. Now, just to balance that, because there's lots of sweet stuff going on there, just to balance that out, I'm going 50 ml of fresh lemon juice. 15 ml going in there. Now, here we go. This is where the sort of frangipane, the raspberry thing comes from. I'm going, now you could use raspberry liqueur in there, but I've used this because spritzes have got soda in them. This is my soda replacement. I've gone Fentiman's sparkling raspberry. Love this. So 50 ml. So this is your soda water substitute. And then just to top it up, we've got Prosecco. And as I've alluded to in previous videos, I always use Frizzante on events because it's less gassy. Similar sort of taste, it's just less gassy. So it doesn't froth up so much. So when you're banging out cocktails, you can literally top it up and it's ready to go. So we're just going 75 ml. Okay, 25. 50, 25, sorry. So there we go. So 75 ml of Prosecco. Now a bit of ice. We'll get a little bit of fizz, not too much. Bit of fizz. Give it a good stir. Just combine those ingredients coming through. But what you'll find is you'll get the toffee, the raspberry, you'll get all that sort of the vanilla, and that'll just combine. Oh, wow. I tell you, if you love your Disaronno and if you love sort of spritzes, Prosecco, champagne, this, sorry, we're not waiting for a straw. Wow. Cheers. I'm not even garnishing that. Garnish. Let's be nice. Let's stick another orange wheel because it's amaretto. Sip straw. Spritzes. I do add some mint to all my spritzes. So let's get a sprig of mint in there as well. There we go. So that is names, answers on a postcard, or aka the comments below. I can't name drinks to save my life, but that is a kind of Disaronno, Frangipane, raspberry spritz. So I hope you enjoyed those. Look at the Miraculous Foamer, it's still frothy.